the biggest reasons that I hear a lot of people say that they gave up on guitar and maybe are picking it up way later, or that's just kind of pipeline dream for them, is just not having enough time to practice. And I totally get that because I also struggle with that. And I, especially like now that I'm not a junior hire that has just time to like sit in my room and practice a long time, a lot of times find the week slip by and I haven't practiced very much. But I have built things in my life that sort of force me to play guitar. And I'm really, really glad for that because once I pick up my guitar, I'm like, this is so much fun. I love this. And especially once you have those gigs or are recording, it just allows you to meet people you never thought you'd meet, travel places, and just have these random experiences and just have a really fun and diverse kind of lifestyle. Not to mention a really great creativity release and really great for your mental health. So in this video, I'm just going to give you a few tips that are just going to kind of show you what I do to that I've built in playing guitar in my life, so that way I don't forget about it and I keep improving. So let's go ahead and jump into it. There are so many things in life, I think, that are not like the biggest priority that we already are saying yes to. So I think that you can totally do that with guitar. I really think that external things that are with other people are the best way to get better at guitar and force you to practice. You know, there's also always times that like someone's like, hey, can you come grab this drink with me? Do you want to take this like walk around a greenway with me, that are like an hour commitment, and you find time to be like, yeah, I can do that. I can add that into my life. And then somehow with guitar practice, it's like, oh no, time slips away and you haven't done that. So I think building in these external things are a really great way to keep your playing fresh and then force you to practice for that so you don't make a fool of yourself. For me and my sister, as we were starting our band, a really great thing that we did was just say yes to like any playing opportunity, any kind of gig, even if it didn't really pay us that much. And it was really great because we actually found time to build our set list and to actually start practicing rather than just make it be this thing that we never had time for. So I would say if you aren't quite in a spot that you're good enough for those opportunities, just find time to maybe ask somebody to jam with you or set up an in-person lesson with a real life teacher, or do some kind of group practice situation. So I think that those are really great things to have on the calendar that you can't skip. And if you haven't practiced a bit for those, you're going to embarrass yourself. So that is tip number one, is set up something external that you have to commit to. Number two is making time to listen to really inspiring guitar music. For me, that is a lot of times in the car, like on a commute, if I'm stuck in traffic, turning it up, you know, and really getting into it, because I think anytime I hear a guitar part, it is automatically expanding my creativity and making me think differently about guitar. So it's kind of a way to practice when you don't have a guitar, just being mindful of different things and putting these melodies in your head. And a lot of times for me, once I hear that, I'm like, oh man, like, I'm just gonna really quick grab my guitar when I get home and try to work out this part. And so it's a way of filling your mind with inspiration, and then later when you get home, you're like knowing exactly what you want to do, and you want to pick up your guitar and just really quick work through that. So you don't have to even have a lot of time to sit down and practice, but you're making this a time to intentionally learn this thing that's making you grow as a guitarist. If you are already at the point too that you are a pretty good player and you know, maybe have like a family or something and are finding it difficult to get away and have that time to really invest in yourself, I would definitely say join a band or a duet and just book some gigs, because this is a really great part-time job. A lot of times, you know, music has the reputation of never making you any money. And while that's true, sometimes in Nashville, depending where you play, a lot of places do have really great opportunities that you can easily pick up like $100 or $200 in a couple hours. It's easy, it's fun, it's creative, and and it's like a part-time job situation. So if you are even, you know, at the point that you can strum and play some songs, I would just say go ahead and start booking a few gigs. All you really need to do this is, you know, email someone and have a few videos of yourself to get playing. And I actually have a video that you can watch if you're wondering how to get started. But if you switch your mindset to thinking like, I'm gonna make this a little part-time job that I can do, sometimes then it's easier to have this like purpose of what your practice is going towards, rather than just thinking of practicing just to get good and you're never really sharing that with anybody. My next tip is putting guitars in your sight line. I have them obviously on my wall here, on my wall there, on my wall other places. Having a guitar that you can easily grab is going to make it very simple. If you just like have a little idea in your head that you want to work through, or if you want to just play through a song really quick, it's going to always be reminding you that you play guitar and you need to grab one of those things. So I would say if you're watching this video because you do have a lot going on in your life and you are looking at becoming a better guitar player, you can totally do it. Just set up that structure in your life first to make it easy that you have these time slots, and try to not make it this isolating journey, and that's gonna make it a lot easier and more fun for you. At the end of the day, I'm not gonna lie, guitar does take a lot of work if you wanna get good. You do have to put in a lot of time. For me, I remember being in like junior high and high school especially, and like spending a lot of time doing this. And as an adult, I think I still could do that because if I was starting anew, I think about other things I've learned, like became a Pilates instructor. That did take a lot of time. And I think when you commit yourself to doing something and really stick with it, it really does have really beneficial results. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it helps you just stay motivated with practicing.